Shove it, man!
Alright the squad, just a quick thank you message to begin. This January has seen the highest monthly viewership in my history of doing this. I'm not quite sure why, but thank you for your support, it means a lot. What doesn't mean a lot though is today's episode of Ring of the Hawk. This is the show where we watch back a wrestler's short run with a company and at the end we shove them a final grade to see if they can do the JOB to the HAWK. And this is the episode that I alluded to last week as we deal with Billy Corgan's NWA one final time. Until the next incident at least. Okay, it's Skye Blue, the leader of the Cake division. Does she wrestle with precision? So this is Skye Blue's NWA run from 2021. She started wrestling for the NWA just before AEW, and she did both for a bit at the same time before ultimately deciding that AEW was for the best. Match 1, tag team match. Skye Blue teams up with Jennacide to take on Alex Gracia and Thunder Rosa. Our girl starts with a much more experienced Rosa. Quickly they roll around on the floor like a couple of divas from the Attitude Era. Back on their feet, Rosa spins out of a hold into a drop toe hold. Blue returns the favour with a single leg. Rosa misses a chop in the corner which leaves her open to a big spin kick. She says one more time and does a cartwheel into a punch, quickly followed by a snapmare into a kick for a 2 count. That fires up Rosa, who hits arm drags and a scoop slam. She goes running and hits a back senton for a 2 count. Alex Gracia has the tag. She hits the blockbuster and works with Rosa to hit a sandwich dropkick. It should be over, but it's not. Gracia keeps taking her down with arm drags and drop kicks, but she's an idiot and she lets Skye Blue tag out. After a few minutes, Jennacide slams Skye Blue on top of Gracia. She also sends Gracia into her partner's knee and tags back out. Skye Blue's showing some early heel work here. They've isolated Alex Gracia. Gracia wins a striking contest and nails Skye Blue with a shining wizard. Tags are made. On the outside, Skye Blue takes out Gracia on the ring pole. Camille rushes the ring and spears Rosa. The match is thrown out. Not a ton to say, but at least there weren't any botches and she showed a bit of character. I dunno, it's a D. Match 2, Jennacide vs Skye Blue. Two former partners collide in this epic showdown for the ages. It's good versus evil. Face painted versus not face painted. Who will prevail? Jenna quickly shoves her down. She misses a corner attack and Skye boots her in the noggin, quickly followed by the spin kick. First botch of the run now as Skye tries to grab her arm and dive for the arm drag. Jennacide is embarrassed and dump tackles her. Jennacide starts torturing her with a surfboard which doesn't stay on for long. Jenna spears Skye Blue in the corner and hits a big boot for a 2 count. Skye Blue starts her comeback now. She tries to put an octopus submission on, but instead Jenna side slams her. Nice vertical suplex now. I'm not sure how this one's still going. Jennacide climbs to the middle rope, but misses the Vader Bomb. Skye Blue tries to punch her and kick at her, which isn't having much effect. Instead she climbs to the top and hits a crossbody for a 1 count. It doesn't go much longer because Jennacide hits a tombstone pile driver for the 3. It was decent, I guess. Wish she could have shown a little bit more. Other than that corner spin kick, I'm not really sure what else she can do. At the same time, there was an awkward botch, so it's a D. Match 3, When Our Shadows Fall pre-show. Yeah, I know I don't usually cover the pre-show matches on Ring of the Hawk, but this is a short run, so shut up or I'll smack you one. The world's ultimate feud continues as once again, Skye Blue takes on the painted pin face Jennacide. Jenna immediately smacks her down. Blue manages to slip out the power slam and hits a nice dropkick. She also manages to hit a monkey flip for a 1 count. Her offense is halted when she runs into a boot. This looks like it's only going one way. Skye Blue can't manage a float over in the corner and gets smacked back to the mat. Jennacide tries to give Skye Blue a receding haircut in her 20s. She misses 2 elbow drops which gives Skye Blue an opening. She rolls Jenna up a couple of times but can't get the win. She does manage a head scissors to little effect. The knee to the jaw has a bit more effect and the spin kick has even more effect. Skye Blue hits a sliced bread which is just a 1 count to everybody's surprise. Jennacide looks to end her now in an electric chair drop, but impressively it's still not over as Skye Blue slips out of it into a victory roll for a 2 count. Then Jenna ends her with the tombstone pile driver. Best match so far. That was a fun flurry of offense we got there. This one's a C, good to see an improvement. Match 4, tag match. Thunder Rosa and Skye Blue take on Serena Deeb and Chris Jericho's favourite wrestler, Smiley Kylie Rae. Not sure how much involvement our girl will have in this match, it isn't really about her. She eventually joins the match against Kylie Rae. The question here is who's going to smile more in this match? Well, it might not be Kylie after Skye Blue connects the spin kick in the corner. Blue misses her next kick and she almost gets rolled up. They repeat the spot, but reversed. Kylie shuts her down by grabbing her arm and kneeing her in the space buns. Skye fights out of a submission into a 2 count roll-up. Kylie starts looking desperate and tags Serena Deeb. Does anyone else get Ivory vibes from Serena Deeb? A hot badass veteran. Serena catapults Blue into the ropes to knock the smile off her face. Deeb locks on an abdominal stretch, but can't make the Blue tap. Keira gets back in. Straight away, Blue slips out of the backdrop and tags Thunder Rosa. It doesn't go well for Thunder against her and she tags Skye back in. Straight away, Kylie kicks her in the head, hits a Russian leg sweep and locks on a crossface. It can't be that tight though because Blue still smiles, but she also taps out. Smiley Kylie and her cringy gimmick have won the match. Isn't it about time our girl won a match? Weak contest right here, isn't it? Match 5, singles match. Oh no. They just won't let this feud die. It's Jennacide versus Skye Blue, once again. Despite being overpowered, Skye Blue is all smiles. She gets the smile wiped off her face when she's thrown to the mat. Jenna hits a waistlock takedown and tramples her. This seems to fire up Skye Blue, who hits a drop kick and the cartwheel uppercut. She also tries the corner spin kick, which is blocked, but she does hit a boot to the head. Skye Blue attempts dive now, but she's just sort of swatted away. Jenna hurls her across the ring. She picks her up and hits multiple knees to the gut. The suplex almost wipes Skye out, but she just about kicks out of that. Jennacide grabs her arm and keeps stomping on her and then rolls over her. She's got her trapped in a vicious armbar now. I can't tell if Skye Blue is in pain or is she enjoying the pain. Skye eventually escapes and hits a dropkick. She tries a sunset flip, which is stopped. Jennacide can't hit her with anything though, and Blue hits a head scissors. This time the spin kick in the corner does connect. Blue then flies off the top with a crossbody for a 1 count. Then in the corner it looks like Blue is looking for a head scissors, but instead it's turned into a set-out powerbomb and this one is done. Pretty enjoyable and even matchup there, it's a C. Still looking for that first win though. Match 6, Empower pre-show. This is basically the women's only pay-per-view they ran, but I guess Skye Blue isn't good enough to get on the main card. Instead she takes on Christy James, who has a weird attire. She's also a Brazilian, so we'll have to see if Blue has any envy for her. CJ jabs her in the eyelash before the bell. The ref's a dick and still rings the bell. CJ grabs her arm and springs off the ropes with an arm drag. Blue also springs off into an arm drag of her own. She hits a knee to the noggin followed by a running dropkick. She tries another, which is dodged. Christy spins her around on the apron and boots her face off. The match then slows down for a bit. Jane hits a dropkick in the corner for a 2 count. She doesn't seem impressed and shoves Skye in the face. Skye Blue fires up and connects with the flying head scissors. She hits the spin kick in the corner and the cartwheel uppercut. She almost gets her first win off a diving crossbody, but no, not yet. She tries her first submission now with a cross arm breaker, but Christy has too much strength and she picks her up and buckle bombs her. Christy isn't done though and snap mirrors her and hits a devastating knee to the head. Somehow Skye Blue is still kicking out. CJ tries the power game again, which is countered into a roll up. We get a pin exchange now. It doesn't look great, but at the same time it isn't terrible. Then it does turn terrible as Christy tries to gut wrench her into a dominator, but they just sort of slop to the floor and it's somehow a 2 count. They aren't daunted by that fail though, as seconds later Christy picks her up and crushes her with a big net breaker. Christy attempts to finish her off with the lion salt, which misses, and Blue rolls her up with a bridging pin and that's the 3. Despite that botch, everything else was pretty decent and finally a win for our girl. Pretty fun match, it's a C. Match 7, singles match, Keira Hogan versus Skye Blue. Interestingly, these two had a match on AEW telly recently. As it turns out, this one will be a lot worse than that one. We start with a handshake, because the storyline would be too difficult to ask for in this run. They lock up for ages with nobody winning. The crowd are in complete silence as nothing is happening. I think they're trying to be technical, but technically it sucks. Skye hits a headlock takeover and almost gets rolled up. Skye responds with her own pin. In fact, they exchange pins for ages. Both girls try a kick and catch each other's boot. Skye falls over and awkwardly shoves Hogan into another pinning attempt. Keira starts chopping her down in the corner and connects with a running basement dropkick for a 2. It's Skye Blue with the next move as she hits a super kick for a 2. Hogan misses her own super kick, but she throws another one which makes Blue spin around and then she does connect with a kick. The swinging fisherman suplex ends it. Not the sort of match you'd ever want to see again, it's an S. Match 8, Mildred Burke rules, Lady Frost vs Skye Blue. Mildred Burke was the original holder of the NWA women's title, so it means no closed fists and no diving off the top rope. Why old Mildred feels the need to ruin this match for no reason is beyond me. Straight away, Lady Frost wants to smack her one, but realises she can't do that. Instead, she does a roll up for a 2. Skye looks very confused. Skye does her own roll up into 2 arm drags. Lady Frost dumps in her thong with fear and hides on the outside. She returns to the ring and they start chain wrestling. Known high flyer and brawler wrestler Velvet Skye talks on commentary about how difficult these rules would be to abide by. Lady Frost celebrates using the ropes to fly out the arm hold, and then she turns around and she's kicked. Skye Blue charges into an elbow. Frost kicks her away and switches behind her to hit another kick. Lady Frost applies a camel clutch as Mildred Burke shakes with anger. Frost wants to throw Skye Blue out the ring but stops herself, realising this would get her DQ'd. She's getting frustrated now. Frost hits a kick in the corner to knock out Skye Blue. She wants to finish her with a moonsault, but yet again, this is against the rules. Skye Blue wakes up to hit a jawbreaker and a knee lift and a dropkick. Her next move is stopped and Frost hits her with a wacky spin kick. Once again, Frost wants to hit the moonsault. This time Skye Blue stops her. She tries to awkwardly roll her up but can't do that, so Frost just rolls up Skye Blue whilst holding her nappy. It's over. These matches are steadily getting worse. Burke is right, it's an S.
Stinks.
Match 9, triple threat. What a barnstormer we have here. Hope you're prepared for this one. Thunder Kitty, who seems to think she's Mildred Burke, versus Tootie Lynn versus Skye Blue. Imagine paying to watch this. Kitty shoves both her opponents. They both smack her about until Skye Blue hits a smiling, swinging, satisfied neckbreaker. Kitty kicks out. Skye Blue is annoyed with Tootie for trying to break up the pin. They're about to have a shoving battle when Thunder Kitty gives them a meeting of the mind. She connects with a hair mare into a snap suplex on Skye Blue for a 2. She isn't done and throws them both into the corner and hits a splash. Tootie Lynn starts kicking the OAP when Skye Blue awkwardly tries a roll up which doesn't work. Yet again, Thunder Kitty squashes them in the corner. Her third squash doesn't work and Blue throws her out the ring. Tootie and Blue both try kicks which doesn't work. Then they both kick each other's heads off at the same time. Thunder Kitty scrambles into the ring and tries to cover them both, but that doesn't work. Thunder Kitty decides to get rid of Tootie Lynn, but she's distracted, and Skye Blue rolls her up for the 3. Yet again, not good, but I do like the new outfit, so it's a D. Match 10, final match. Skye Blue versus Melina. Thank God no awful WWE music for her. Melina looks like Deonna Purrazzo here. Melina hits the first knockdown, then it gets ugly. A hip toss is botched, and Skye Blue falls down. They repeat the spot and it works. A bad looking Japanese arm drag now where Skye Blue does a front flip way too early. Melina gets mad now and grits her teeth with anger. She kind of hits a DDT but using her legs. Melina looks for something else in the corner, possibly a code red, but they just collapse to the floor. The commentary team praised that move from Skye Blue. Blue desperately tries to hit a suplex but Melina sweeps out her legs with a punch. Melina puts on the California Nightmare and it's a tap out win. A horrible, vile, disgusting match, the worst of this run, supposedly against a wrestling legend. It sucked Sonny Siaki's ass and it made me feel sick and I pretty much hated it. Game over. The outfit was nice though. After this one, she signed with AEW full time. Surprised they wanted her after seeing this. Alright, the squad, let's be honest, that was not the finest set of wrestling performances we've seen on Ring of the Hawk, but we've got to remember she was only in her early 20s at this point. So to expect her to wrestle like she's prime Velvet Skye was probably too much to ask. Now imagine this run if she was also a crackhead. You wouldn't give 2 squirts a bird turd if I shoved her in the zone, would you? She started out well and got worse with every match, which is just a bit weird. Maybe she was trying too many new things. And that's the only thing saving her from getting shoved in the zone. Her final grade is a D. NWA Skye Blue was not great. And if you don't agree with that, I'll leave you in a state.